in.
Just not very disciplined, Virginia High right now. Again, like I said, of course, you're getting beat 52-21 at home on a Saturday night. You know, what is your mindset? Again, they came off that hard loss. You know, this would be their fourth loss in a row to start the young season.
Again, Dean with the ball. Dean from way out, spins in and out, no good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Vermillion, and it'll be Jake Johnson throwing the ball in to their other guard, Bazell.
Chris, do you think the intensity is picked up here in the third quarter, or is it kind of more of is the game just out of, you know?
Something I don't understand, and I'm not at the practices, but if Virginia High is not succeeding, playing wild and out of control, why would they not try to slow it down and just see what happens?
Yeah, it's just kind of frantic. It is like a pickup game, like, you know, something you see after school one day.
As y'all were talking about, Virginia High had a out-of-control layup missed down underneath, and then Gate City takes the ball all the way down. Dean gets the ball underneath and makes the basket. 54-21, 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Long three, good. Virginia High with a three-pointer. Malumba with the basket. Long two-pointer, no good by Irvin. Irvin stepped back and...
It's another example. He could have driven straight in for an easy layup.
Yeah, and so could have number 22 for Virginia High, and he takes Irvin's going to lose the ball, but he's going to tip the ball back outside to Dean. Dean almost travels as he gets the ball inside. A lot of contact, no foul, and it's going to be Dean coming out of there. Vermillion has the ball, passes the ball quickly to Irvin. Dean wide open three-pointer. As half of Virginia High's team was just walking over to the team, they could see that getting ready to sub in, and they just kind of walked off the court, almost walking off the court, you know. So with 3:19 to go, 57-24, guys.
Next.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's starting to look to me like Virginia High's just ready to go to the house.
You know, and so this is, again, Gate City's second game. Talking about the future coming up. It's scheduled for Tuesday night against Lehigh, which will be a district game for Gate City. It will be the first super. However, the weather pending, I don't know if they'll get that game in. But then they follow that up with the rest of the month. They'll be on the road. They start that at Wise Central on Friday night. They've got some games against Science Hill, Daniel Boone, as well as the Arby's Classic, Rob's favorite event of the world.
Arby's Classic
coming up. So, you know,
26th through the 31st.
So they won't have any games at home after Tuesday night.
Speaking of Tennessee High, we'll be at Tennessee High next weekend.
Next Saturday afternoon. The girls will be playing.
Three-pointer from Virginia High, no good. And great rebound by Gate City coming out of there with George. As Chris has said earlier, George is having a really good game. Eli Starnes out of control, and it misses the layup, as there's going to be a blocking foul right there.
Didn't set his feet. George
was set, and he saw that gentleman coming at him at about 95 miles an hour and kind of hesitated there. So we're going to be at the line shooting two.
David George.
Delaney, I'm not even sure he scored tonight.
He is not.
And he still hasn't, as he misses the first of two shots.
Going back to the schedule, it's going to be a long grind on the road, but one positive thing about that is we're getting the road games out of the way. They'll be able to play at home when it's time for that big push towards the tournaments. I think that could really help us in the long run.
I think 10 of the last 14 games will be at home for Gate City.
As we've got an injured Gate City player, that's Dean. Dean has got poked in the eye.
It looks like he's holding his knee.
Yeah, he got poked in the eye, and then when he went down, he twisted his knee, and looked pretty awkward when he went down. I hope he, as the coaching staff and the trainers, and I think his parent has gone over there to check on him, but he got hit.
With over 100 offices throughout Virginia, you can count on your local Virginia Farm Bureau insurance agents to be there when you need them most. Whether you find yourself in a fender bender, insuring your first home, or with a new addition to the family, our agents are ready to help you through every stage of life. Connect with your local agents, Whitney McConnell, Richard Helms, and David Weddick here in Scott County at 386-7411 or online at vafb.com. Coverage provided by Virginia Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company and their affiliates.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
He's been some way.
That's probably his uncle.
And we're coming out of the injury timeout on the floor. Bradley Dean, they've just helped him to the Gate City bench. 2:26 left here in the third quarter, 57-25. You hate to see anybody hurt, starters, reserves, or whoever, especially in an exhibition game. So, again, they'll get him checked out. We'll get an update on his status here as soon as it's made available to us as Virginia High inbounds the ball.
Yeah. And the training staff's not really looking at it too fiercely. He was helped off the court by a couple of the players, was able to put a little bit of weight on it. So those of you listening, we'll, as Joe says, we'll have an update as soon as we can get one from Coach. Virginia High misses on their end, and pass is almost thrown away, but corralled by Starnes. Starnes back over to Reed. Reed loses the ball as he tries to get the ball into Irvin. It's going to be knocked away. Good hustle by Reed. Reed had kind of lost control of the ball on the offensive, but he wasn't going to let him score on the defensive end. So
great back tap. Yeah, that's a drill that they run. Again, playing from behind, being able to, again, stop that fast break as Virginia High's got the ball. 57-25 again, 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Gate City with the lead.
Yeah. Virginia High shoots from the foul line and misses the pretty much. Look out, Chris, coming our way, and here comes Zach. And there goes Zach. Zach almost took Chris out, and in the meantime,
I stood firm. I was ready to get the charge call.
Yeah, right. As Zach did a pirouette on our table, he then took the ball, he got a pass and took the ball all the way in, and he was fouled. So a 3-point play by Zach Irvin right there with the assist from our table here. 60-25.
33 points tonight for Zach as he leaves. Don't know if we'll see him anymore tonight. Again, if you're Coach Vermillion, do you play your starters much more in a ball game like this?
Well, we've seen what can happen if you do that.
Again, less than a minute to go in the third quarter. 60-25, Virginia High still just trying to get anything going inside. Just Gate City's packing it in there, not letting them drive, and when they do, they just throw it up. Here comes Gate City on the move, moving the ball down. There'll be Eli Starnes. Starnes passes the ball over to Vermillion. It's going to be Compton at the top of the key now with the ball. Is it a give and go to Compton? Compton's in. Oh! I'm going to call a blocking foul right there. Great pass by George on the give and go to Compton. Compton takes the ball in. He was fouled hard, and that ball spun completely around and fell off. But at the line for two will be Compton.
You know, Virginia High, it's pretty good coaching by Coach Vermillion. They are not prolific three-point shooters, even though they've shot a lot tonight. They don't hit a lot. They hit 5 last night. They hit 4 their previous 2 games. So they don't hit a lot of shots. So if we can box them in again, dominate the inside, they're not going to score much more on us tonight.
Delaney trying to drive for Virginia High, barely gets to the backboard as here we go. We take the ball down, way out of control. Talking about out of control on one end. Delaney throws the ball up, out of control on this end is Eli Starnes. And it's going to be another one of those 9.8 second possessions for Virginia High. Delaney bringing the ball across time court, 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2-1 goes up and air ball. That's going to end the third quarter. At the
Family owned for 3 generations, Broadwater Trading Company proudly supports Gate City High School and wishes the Blue Devils the best for a great upcoming season. Broadwater Trading Company is your local steel dealer, and they've got chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, outdoor power equipment, and much, much more, including farm equipment and supplies. So go by and see them today at 297 West Water Street, or give them a call at 386-6811. Again, that's 386-6811. Again, Broadwater Trading Company, proudly supporting Gate City Athletics.
I was on your side. I was taking up for you. What a mess.
And we're back here, 62-25, getting ready for the fourth quarter of action as Gate City inbounds.
Here comes Gate City there. I just learned something during the third and fourth quarter. Do not joke with the referees. So here at Virginia High. So it's going to be Gate City. Also in for Gate City this time is Charlie Quinn. I think Charlie Quinn's making his first time into the game.
Good, how are you?
Pass inside, it's going to be blocked as Quinn goes up, but it's going to be rebounded, and DeAndre Mack goes up. DeAndre Mack with the shot, 64-25. I think a possible running clock from here on out will. Oh, golly! They have been out of control on every possession for Virginia High.
Don't say that too loudly, Rob.
I know. I gotta watch
Rob
what
is about to get.
I was actually bragging on the referees, ladies and gentlemen, and this referee looked at me kind of mean, said, "I can have you escorted out here just as quick." So note to self.
If the broadcast ends, well, please make all comments to Rob Ferguson for.
Or if it gets better when it's just Joe and Chris, you'll know that
Rob is.
I am out in the snow, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll meet you in the parking lot.
Amen. Colton Radcliffe with the free throws, 64-26, 7:12 to go. Gate City, a great pass right there by DeAndre, missed by Gate City's Hicks, and here comes Virginia High. Fake it, see if they try to drive the ball in. It's going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul from behind. See who they get right there.
What a good Hicks.
I don't want to argue with what the referee says there. I want to make sure I'm right. As Dalton Taylor is at the line for 2 as he makes the first one.
Rob looking to set some history tonight, getting Gate City Sports Radio kicked out of his first ever exhibition game.
Dalton Taylor makes his second free throw, 64-28. As again, we do have a running clock. I actually think we had it in the third quarter as well. Again, that's up to the coaches, as we found out earlier. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Great call by the officiating crew here as they give the ball back to Gate City. It's going to be Gate City throwing the ball in. It's going to be Goss. And pass over to Andrew Hensley. Hensley's checked in. Another long three-pointer by Gate City. No good. Here comes Virginia High. Let's see what happens. A missed layup. Again, a little too fast. They just seem to be rushing their off. I mean, I don't know if you call it offense at all, Joe. They're just rushing everything they do. And when they get close to the goal, they're not, maybe they're not keeping their heads up or something. I don't know, but kept it up right there, and Colton Radcliffe held on to it and followed through and made a good bucket right there.
Virginia High cannot break the Gate City defense whenever they allow them to set up, so they're trying to get down as quickly as possible to press them and get any kind of points they can. Again, it's 64-30 right now as Gate City's got the ball and trying to go for more.
Wanted a foul. Half the people wanted a foul. Half the people wanted a travel, and it's going to be an out-of-bounds possession. Just knocking the ball out of bounds for Virginia High. Here comes Virginia High across the timeline, and You want to pass